Welcome back to Stooge Stream for another episode of Is It Worth Playing? And this episode we're looking at Attack on Titan Wings of Freedom for the PS4. This has just recently come out, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch the anime series that this is based on, though I've heard nothing but great things about it, including from one of the hosts on this channel, G Banks, who's a huge fan of the series. So, seeing the game, I was actually there to buy Deus Ex and went, you know what? I'll grab this instead. This looks interesting. It's also made by Koei, who produced the Dynasty Warriors games. If you've played any of the Dynasty Warriors games, you know they're all very same, including the ones that they spin off or the different series. So you've got things like Hyrule Warriors that plays exactly the same as all of the Dynasty Warriors games. You hack and slash your way through thousands of enemies, get to the end condition of that map or the final boss, hack and slash his ass, map over, next map. You've got Dragon Quest Heroes, where you hack and slash your way through thousands of enemies, get to the end condition of that map, or the final boss appears, then you hack and slash his ass, then the map's over and you go to the next one, rinse and repeat. This is for all of their series. They're all identical. Doesn't matter if it's one of the main Dynasty Warriors games, if it's a Samurai Warriors game, if it's any of the spin-offs, the Strike Force, Gundam, they're all exactly the same. They offer very little variation, so you really have to be a fan of hack and slash games to be able to get into it. Attack on Titan plays so differently, which is really refreshing for a game from Koei Tecmo that is supposed to feel like a Dynasty Warriors game, but it very much doesn't. It's using the same engine, it looks very similar, but the actual gameplay mechanics have been changed so radically that it feels nothing like any of the other games that they've made in a Dynasty Warriors style. So the mechanics of this game has a lock on, lock off, target, get close enough to attack, bounce out mechanic. A la like the show apparently, where you use your ODM gear, which are this awesome gear that you carry that has hooks that you can hook onto walls and fly around with, and hooks that you hook onto Titans so you can pull yourself close enough to target their limbs, for instance, their arms, legs, or to do the final killing blow on the back of their neck. Now, unlike the Dynasty Warriors games, there's usually not thousands of enemies on screen, or on the map, I should say. There's probably, 30, 40 Titans at most, up to the levels that I've gotten up to so far. And you've got more of your players, your regiment on the map than there are Titans. So it's kind of more stacked in your favor. The thing is, the Titans can do massive amounts of damage if you're close to them. But if you can zip in and zip out, you can do massive amounts of damage to them. The more you target their limbs to slow them down, and the more experience you get, the more it just looks really cool. Taking out one of their legs and watching them tumble looks really awesome. Taking out one of their arms and watching them reel back in pain actually looks really cool and feels really good on the controls once you get used to this lock-on, lock-off attack system. Now, let's talk about the learning curve. Is it steep? It's actually not. It's the tutorial mission, which probably goes for about 10-15 minutes. By the end of it, you know exactly how to control your character. That's it. You've got it all. They lay it out for you really simply, and you're off and running. There is an element of gear management as well. So the blades on your sword will dull while you're fighting the Titans. You need replacement blades. You also need gas for your ODM, or it'll run out of steam. So you do need to stop and check in with other characters to get items, equipment, so forth that you can equip during battle to continue going. You also can grab NPCs that are on the map and get them to join you in your fight against the Titan, whichever Titan you're fighting at the time. As far as the story goes, I really don't want to talk about it because if you haven't seen the anime series, it's just all going to be spoilers. All I can say is it is very touching, it's very heartfelt, and it's really well executed in cutscenes and character interaction scenes throughout the game. Admittedly, I've only played about the first 4 to 5 hours of the game so far, but I am going to be playing a lot more. But what I've seen so far is just really well done. It's integrated in a way that doesn't feel intrusive and makes you want to actually watch it to see what's happening and how the story is progressing. There is one thing I'm going to say, so spoiler for the next 10 seconds. When you see Eren's mother getting eaten by a Titan, and this is very early on in a flashback sequence at nearly the beginning of the game, and I'm assuming nearly at the beginning of the anime as well, you understand the pain that this guy is going through and why he is the way he is now and acting the way he does. It really grips you. So the story gets a big thumbs up. Movement, attack, all of that, as I said, gets a big thumbs up. Audio, it's all in Japanese. So it's not voiced over. It's all done through subtitles. If you don't like games like that, you're really going to hate this. Personally, I kind of really enjoy that. I like seeing it presented the way it should be, and I have no problems reading subtitles, so it really works for me. I quite enjoy it. I just don't think everyone else is going to. The music is your usual Dynasty Warriors fare. It like fades into the background pretty quickly, and you probably won't remember any of the songs. All in all, though, if you're a fan of Attack on Titan, or you're not and just want an interesting third-person action game, this is definitely one to pick up. I'm giving this 100%. Go grab it. It's fun, it's great, but if you're not into action games, if you're more into stealth games, if you're more into adventure games, if you're more into quest-based games, this probably isn't for you. This is just for the hack and slash action fan out there. It's definitely built well for them, or a fan of the series that wants to see the story retold in a different way and you get to play out some of the sequences. Anyway, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed. If you've played Attack on Titan, comment below. Let me know what you think. I'm interested to know what other people are thinking of this game. If you like this, like, share, subscribe, all those good things, and we'll be back with more real soon.